Good morning, New York. This is Sal Remy with the Morning Meltdown. I've seen shootouts, I've seen comebacks. But 61 points? This team is a fever dream. What'd you think, Davis?
Connor Abrams threw 3 picks and still had 462 yards. This guy is a scientist of insanity.
I hear ya. And Blackburn? 252 pounds of disrespect. Denver didn't get beat. They got bulldozed. Literally.
And Abrams, he's like Brett Favre and Jameis Winston had a baby, but that baby can throw 60 yards off his back foot.
MetLife was vibrating yesterday, like the stadium was breathing.
Yup, taking big breaths.
All right, New York, we want to hear from you. Caller number 2, Danny from Yonkers.
I love chaos. Give me 500 yards and 3 picks every week. If we drop 60.
Caller number 10, Ava from the Bronx.
Connor Abrams is like that ex who drives you crazy, but you keep coming back because the highs are addictive.
Caller number 14, Pete from Newark. I swear Blackburn made a linebacker retire mid-play. I saw that hit Pete. Blackburn went straight through him. Here are some headlines from the media. New York City Post. 61 burger with extra bulldozer. Giants crush Denver. From the Daily City News. The Chaos King and the fullback from Hell Rock MetLife. New York City Times. A new era in New York. Abrams and Blackburn torch Denver in Giants home opener. Seems like the city is really embracing the Chaos Kid and this Giants team. So in the spirit of New York, we are going to keep this train going by embracing this article from a New York City Herald by writer, reporter, and friend of the show, Marcy D'Angelo. Marcy?
Thank you, Sal. The 61-Point Revolution. The New York Herald. By Marcy D'Angelo. The Giants' 61-point masterpiece may be the most important game of the year. The New York Giants didn't just win their home opener. They rewrote their identity. In front of 82,000 roaring fans, New York unveiled the full power of the Abrams-Blackburn era. The result was a football apocalypse Denver had no answers for. Abrams. Flawed. Fearless. Fantastic. Connor Abrams is part quarterback, part fire hazard. His 3 interceptions in the second quarter were ugly. Reckless slants, mistimed back shoulder throws, a forced seam ball. But then, he erupted. The 462-yard response was as ruthless as it was beautiful. Abrams shredded Denver secondary with deep posts, wheel routes, and back shoulder lasers that no rookie should be throwing. The MetLife crowd fed off his fearlessness. Some quarterbacks shrink after mistakes. Abrams grows fangs. Blackburn. A freight train in human form. Kerry Blackburn's 201-yard, 4TD masterpiece cemented him as one of football's rising superstars. His ability to create yards after contact is redefining the position. At 6 feet 2 inches and 252 pounds, he shouldn't move this fast. Shouldn't cut this smoothly. Shouldn't accelerate this brutally. But he does. When Blackburn lowered his shoulder at the Denver 3 and sent linebacker Jonas Griffith bouncing off the turf, the stadium shook. He is no longer just the bulldozer. He is the soul of this offense. The receivers. New York's emerging 3-headed monster. Theo Johnson is a mismatch nightmare. Neighbors is the smooth assassin. Slayton is playing the best football of his life. Robinson is the red zone sniper. This might quietly be the most balanced receiving core in the NFC. Defense. Yes, they're bad. But they're deadly. New York's defense remains a riddle wrapped in frustration, wrapped in a turnover. They give up yards like candy. They give up points like charity. But they also create chaotic, game-changing plays at the highest rate in the league. Sack monsters, strip sacks, pick sixes, pressure packages, red zone stands. They don't need perfection. Just disruption.
Thank you, Marcy. So, as we bring this show to a close, we leave you with the fan expectations for Week 4. The optimists say, we're scoring 40-plus again. The realists say, we're going to need 40-plus because the defense is allergic to stops. The cynics say, Abrams' turnovers are going to get us eventually. And the diehards say, I don't care. This team is fun. Let's ride. Where are you on the spectrum? Either way, folks, let's get ready for some football as our 3-0 Giants take on the 1-2 Minnesota Vikings.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. York Giants taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a first-round pick back in April's draft.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming off of a strong performance in the team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator of the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. The Giants hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And that's a nice gain by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
Here now, 2nd and 4. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now how about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and a yard. Singletary again. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Looking to throw. Abrams. He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Johnson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
To throw on 2nd down, Abrams. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are on the board first here this afternoon. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. You talk about this Giant defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Throwing is McCarthy. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to...
Touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hawkinson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So that drive goes 8 plays. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Looking to throw on second down. Abrams. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. On first down, Abrams. And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
A give to the fullback on the dive. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
We just saw another nice game there. How about some kudos for the offensive line, being able to carve some space in the interior all game long and let the big guy rumble.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down. Back to throw. Abrams. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. These plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Now McCarthy. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Abrams. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns. So what a start. It's not often you even get 3 possessions in a first quarter, but he now has 3 touchdown passes. Butker on for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive, 4 plays, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. As they've got it as we resume action. Now here's a throw that's complete. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as he'll get this up to the 39. On play action, McCarthy. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dexter Lawrence. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, you know how we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan? That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball? And in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
This 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Abrams. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Abrams looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. It's the fullback with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And, Charles, maybe that's one they had dialed up. Hey, if we're in a 4th and goal situation, we're going to our muscle.
And you can feel the boom, boom, boom all the way up here where we sit. The earth was shaking, and he found his way into the end zone.
Yeah, but that's such a great guy to have around the goal line, isn't it?
Indeed it is. It's a great extra dimension to add to your offense. When you can finish things with power, that's hard for a defense to deal with.
A 10-play drive that time, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. McCarthy off the play fake. This is caught by Addison. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now McCarthy throwing on 1st down. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now a 2nd and 2. In motion left, Hardman. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 25. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he will have a Vikings first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. They'll send a receiver in motion left. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and they drop just inside the 20. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Here's McCarthy. Now they set up the screen, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To the air with McCarthy. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And now a carry here for their fullback. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
To throw on 2nd down, Abrams. That one taken in by Neighbors. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 31. They'll try and run with their fullback. And room there to work it inside the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Abrams. And this is caught at the 8. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Giants have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Butker now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. 5 plays there on that drive, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had 3 touchdown passes in that game a week ago. He's got 2 already here in this first half as his guys start 1st and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now they got to get to the line quickly. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. 1st and 10, here's McCarthy. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st down, McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To the air again, McCarthy. Complete, Jefferson the target. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. McCarthy operating from the gun. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Vikings! Mecole Hardman. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll begin just outside Washington at Commanders Field in Landover. And it's the Packers who have the lead as that game approaches halftime. Romeo Doubs, a touchdown reception. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting Cleveland Browns. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Calvin Ridley, a touchdown reception.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This one brought in by Jefferson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a dump off here complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Here's 2nd and 3. Sticking with a pass. Here's McCarthy. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Going underneath, he's got Hockenson calling a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe, because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on the touch pass. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Throwing again, McCarthy. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Now a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. McCarthy. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And his kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. He gets this one to Johnson. And bulldozing his way through. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Looking to throw. Abrams. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Mekhi Blackman's got it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. In motion right, that's Hardman. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. McCarthy. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Ham taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. McCarthy going to look to throw for it. Flush to his right. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he ran right through 1 tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, after that pickup of a 1st down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch them by surprise.
Showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Abrams. That is caught. And he will have a Giants 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Abrams eluding the pressure right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Abrams. That's caught left side by Neighbors. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Abrams. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Mekhi Blackman's got it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. To throw on second down. Abrams. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And that is incomplete.
Good work there to force the incompletion and fourth down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on fourth down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. So here are the Vikings to take over. They were losers to Kansas City a week ago, but they are out in front right now. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. And it's a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Complete. It's Johnson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Abrams. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Operating from the gun. Abrams. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Giants have taken a fourth-quarter lead. The late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Shakes off the sack, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll get this to about the 38.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
McCarthy to throw on second down. On the slant, he's got Hardman. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on the touch pass. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 8. Inside give to Ham, the fullback. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. McCarthy, 3rd and short yardage. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got room. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
This will be caught at about the 5. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And this one is right through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And New York set to take the field. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Singletary to get the drive started. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down. Abrams working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Abrams. And this is going to be intercepted. Mekhi Blackman's got it. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On 2nd down, it's McCarthy. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Throwing on 1st down, Abrams. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Abrams. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
To throw on third down, Abrams, and that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on the touch pass. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he gets this one down to the 24. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. McCarthy now on first down. And he fends him off. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Throwing is McCarthy. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. This crowd doing all they can. Here's third and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's first and 10. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Here's second down. He's back to throw. He's got his man. It's Hyatt. But just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches. They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back to throw. That's caught by Johnson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
Butker on for the PAT. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. This is 1st and 10. Now McCarthy. And he'll be taken down as that'll net him only about a gain of 9. And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory, and they're going to need a miracle. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Giants, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll drop down to 1-3, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.